the Institute for Energy Security. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I would invite another strong man from the Institute for Energy Security, who is the Director for Research and Finance, to give us a brief about this project and a brief about IES. So I have the singular honor, Director Research and Finance, IES.
Thank you very much. Me, I will not be able to speak the Fanti like the way Nana has spoken the Fanti. So my brother can take note and then do some translation from it. So the Honorable MC of the Infansima Municipal Assembly, Nana Chairman, our chief here who has welcomed us with his Queen Mother, all protocol observed. I wanted to say Nana Nom and then Nime and Ame, but I've been directed to say all protocol observed. I stand on behalf of the Executive Director, Directors of Acep and IES to thank the Honorable MC and his staff for hosting this all-important occasion, the official dissemination of our research findings on the discovery of lithium in commercial quantities in Ghana. Many are those who are seeking people are and what they have been doing all these years and what we are here for. As already intimated by the Executive Director, IES is a policy think tank that dovetails its focus on minerals, which is natural resource governance, the energy sector, which straddles between the upstream, midstream, downstream, in terms of petroleum, as well as power. And with the power, we are talking about fossil fuel, as well as renewable energy. We were established in 2016. We've been doing a lot of policy advocacy, local content, ensuring that there is value addition to the resources that are extracted from our communities in Ghana. Aside Ghana, we also have satellite offices in Ivory Coast, in Nigeria, and South Africa. What we realized is that Ghana is well endowed with natural resources, both gold, oil, nickel, manganese, bauxite, but all of it over the years has not really benefited the Ghanaian people and the communities as they should. And in our research, we realized that from the days when we started selling slaves till now, we have not really seen what those things have done for us. We have seen that gold, as was already mentioned, has been mined over the past 400 years. England, for example, does not have a gold mine, but they have a gold vault running into about $400 billion worth of stock. But here, our central bank has less than $200 million worth of gold stock. It's now that the narrative is going to change with the policy interventions government is trying to implement. So we are very interested in what happens with the lithium discovery and exploitation here to ensure that it does not just benefit the people who have come to discover it, but it actually benefits this community. And for us at IES, this program is very important because the political liberation of Ghana started in Solpon. I just saw the UGCC office, and I believe that after 66 years of independence, the narrative is about to change with the economic liberation story starting from Solpon again. So we are here to present the research findings that we have done, first to this municipal assembly and take input from all of you, and then see how we can organize the national stakeholder dialogue. Obviously, the municipal chief executive has entreated us through our boss, the executive director, Nana Mwisi VII, to ensure that the national dialogue is also held in the central region. We thank you very much for welcoming us. We are partners. We are here as a think tank. We are on the side of efficient and sustainable exploitation of these resources to ensure that it benefits the community here, it benefits the municipal, it benefits the region, it benefits the country, it generates enough revenue to the national purse so that we don't see what happens. We discovered oil in commercial quantities, but as we know, the expectation and euphoria that followed it is not exactly what we are seeing now, and we are saying the narrative should change. So, for example, the lithium, when it's extracted, should not be carried raw out. Sorpon has a lot of land, it has a good environment, and we believe that the factory for processing should be established here to make sure that jobs. So, on behalf of my boss, once again, IES and Acep, we want to thank our sister organization, Acep. They are those who have helped fund this organization. Acep has been a very good partner. They started in 2010 and we started in 2016. But over the years, we have collaborated effectively and efficiently. And I believe the national dialogue, they will also be part of it. We thank you very much. We are to ensure there's transparency and accountability. Thank you for coming. We are with you from this stage all the way to the end. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Lawyer Edmond Combat, Director, Research and Finance, IES. So my brother will do a brief of whatever he said in fancy for us. Thank you.
Sir, report the top fan. What the can will be Pierre Paba. Na waka say to nyama fa lithium. No mu buta ya nkasa ne say nyama ya stratigraphy fam no ya be say no kware eda ho obi anim obi ehu say na adwuma ne kɔ say na wanya afiri mu say na wo say kɔ ha say na wo say ye na obi anye obi am feel say bia ye sisimi ana say me na lithium na ye tu aha no won na obeye adwuma no dudo na ebi nso be free ha na aboa makromemu nso anya sika na omo edwumakuo no omo branches Ivory Coast, South Africa and Nigeria na omo butaya ne so omre say de asia yetutu gold mfie bebre nie a UK a yetu gold wo ho omo gold vault omo gold chains yeah yewo obo figures ne say UK wo 400 million ounces of gold in their vault billion dollars, whilst we have just about 200 million. And say you see your farm day a pre ama yana na ye 66 years if we stop on hana if we there and there was almost so boa na farm day a ye free a good day ye two na eba betu FM ha no almost so aboa na or Acep okay say omoye nhwehwem bebre na san nhwehwem na enne omudi ba be dead na omone ye nyina ye hia wa ha adwen hu akania e wo say ye kan na epo bi ye chichire na omuwie wa ha national dialogue no je say omamunyi ni na be se hia biom ene de omu be hia wo Cape Coast na eye omo endi so ade hu say saa ihyemude ni nyina be kɔ na wie ye no na aboa ma egude na yetu no eso abamfaso ama Sorpon man anase mfanseman ene Ghana ni nyina na nkwa eti se gold a yetu wo miemiemi a ene mfaso bia eni so em se asemba ko kan ye pa obi abo ni sem ni se omo ni so ade hu ni se nyame ye adom a go lithium ni entumi ti se de yetu gold ana ye di cocoa ekoni akọ process e wa manone omo ni so ade hu se omo ni company na edi dwuma no behwe be kasa na obi biara teche na factory na ye be si a ye be process lithium no ye be si no wa ha ye nko si no wa manone ye di raw lithium akọ manone akọ process asaba e di abeton amaye mse me bo ni to fan na enu anu na number 2 mi je bi wo ma Nigeria. Okay, we don't want to say.
Thank you very much.
And on that note, in the at the divisional commander, Commander Dennis Fiapi, but all in team. Fiapi. Thank you. Welcome, Commander.
All right. Welcome, Commander. And we have to give a round of applause to my brother for such a wonderful job done. So at this point, we are now going to look at the and as it has been stated, it is as a result of a research finding that has been concluded, and it is only appropriate that when you go to do a research, you discuss whatever you have found with the people so that they make their inputs what we call a validation. And so we would invite our research currently away in Nigeria, but is ably represented in the person of Dr. Abdul Wahab, who would be represented ably by lawyer Alhaji Idrisu to do a presentation on avoiding the mining curse, promoting efficient and sustainable lithium extraction in Ghana. So, lawyer, if you are ready, you can take the microphone. Let me also remind our participants that we have washrooms at the and we have water. In case you need water, you can just signal us, then we will bring it. Thank you very much.
Bring this table back.
Thank you very much, Honorable MC, for this level of reception. We are so glad. I recognize that we have spent too much time already, and the presentation is a bulky document. So what we'll do would be to do selective presentation so that later we can share the main report so that we don't overstay. Because my people say that when the when you stir the TZ and overstir, the output will not be palatable. So we want to do something that is palatable so that we don't overstay, and we also don't attract the pleasure of some people. Okay, so the presentation will take this outline, will give you the purpose for the research and the purpose for this meeting. I think for the purpose of this meeting, the MCA has captured it properly and the executive director has. Okay, sorry. So, okay. I think it's better here. I should go out. And I can't see. I should be closer. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine. Under pressure. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. You know, as right here, okay. We did a research on lithium. We came to communities, about 5 communities. We gathered data from the people. So today, we are here to share with you the findings. And the purpose for this project, as Lawyer Edmond energy policy, Acep has been in the energy field for a long time, and we are collaborating with them to find out how we can escape the problems we encounter in gold mining, because we cannot make mistakes a second time. The first fool is a fool, but the second fool is a bigger fool. We don't want to be the bigger fool. We want to avoid the mistakes that we made in gold mining, so we can get better share and better benefits from the lithium. So we share the findings, we did the validation, and we ask you if there's something that you think is so critical that the report must capture, so that before we print it, we'll incorporate it into it. So don't hide anything that you feel our report must capture, because our report will be published, and everywhere globally it will be accessed, it will be put online. Feel strongly about any holdback, make it to us.
Okay, Pastor, I say, if you know I'm more here, but I attach to you want to say, almost I said, I'm a benefit in a consider. I'm man for so I was say, or mining and for YouTube now, you two are hand, and it's only a man and almost yet to go. You might be a day up and see the man for so I was saying, lithium and Sunyama Bank. And to report in the shares, I am in now, and on mobile danity, or more danity, or message said, you or not, or one fan can report no one. Ube can't show now, or Mudia come. The son said, the director is gaining 18, and yes, I the report back again. The subject, I won't so betting actually, now come, man.
You know, if they say Ghana, the whole of Africa, we are #1 in gold production. Of all the countries that produce gold, Ghana produces more gold than all of them. I know a lot of people would disagree, because if they see the level of infrastructure development, it doesn't match with the gold that's produced, especially in the gold producing communities. We have to avoid this in lithium. We can't repeat it here. Okay. So you see, it's important. say it.
I say, Africa, in any decline, the banner gold that you tour Africa have in the decline. Now, we are seeing so then you toss number 7. Now, you can't order, you decide in 72 jars, do go na Jindi. A son said, or moon gold and so fast one, and they are more minor. And do go na Jindi and Ghana, number 1 in Africa, and they are 7th in the world. And this Anyamaya, Ama, Minoyan Jindi said, gold number 1, number 7, no, and Nuntina, or Mutu and Amo. So that a Chinabi say, yes, lithium, Ghana, number 1, and as a soap number 1. Then so, you two lithium or soap on and as a Ghana, and whom Faswa Abbey.
I'm sure you have heard that Ghana is going to the IMF for bailout. How much are we looking for from IMF? 3 billion. But do you know that Ghana makes more than 5 billion in a year from gold? A year. Yet, we are still pursuing IMF for 3 billion. It means something is not right. Something doesn't balance, to speak the ordinary language. Why? It's because we don't own the gold. What we get from the gold are taxes. Because the gold mining companies invested heavily in bringing the gold out of from the ground. What we can get is tax, to tax what they make. We want to change this narrative. Because Ghana can also invest in some of these resources, like lithium, so that we don't have to wait till the companies produce and we follow them for tax. I'm not saying taxation is bad, but let's own part of the resource. It is our resource. Our people must feel that we have lithium. Part of it.
I said, Nancy, I say Ghana IMF. Say, you 3 billion. And now, so gold, Afibia, Emma Ghana, 5.1 billion. Never says, can I power here IMF? No, it's gold, my prosa. But the entire young says, can say, Sikane ain't no mine. Will be the few baby, not in the Sika, I've been too good. And to a young Sika, or such a good crew. The minute the young taxes are. Yes, only a crony in Chia. And the Sanima way, Nama, the 2 gold for my Sika Cassia, Sika, a porridge. Now so, as soon as fast on the young, and Nitina or more than say, then you a couple man, you bet me the lithium, as the son, sir, about sending a better or gold. Now, I say lithium, the Yena and the Sika, Yena, do one in a car.
Let me take this opportunity to thank representation from the Lithium, Atlantic Lithium. You know, I have participated in a number of engagements with mining companies. At best, they send a low-level staff, but I can see a whole team from Atlantic Lithium. I think you deserve commendation for that. Your participation in this program is important because we are partners. There's no need, we need them. We need Atlantic Lithium. They have the technicality, they have the expertise, they have the equipment, they have the money. So I'm so happy that a very strong team is represented in this meeting. They will hear from us, and if they also have something to share, they will share. And in fact, I must also commend them because through the reconnaissance stage to the exploration stage, they have taken a shorter time to achieve this. Somewhere next year, second half of next year, they will go into commercial production according to their work plan. And we are hoping that they really do. They are doing their best. Our best is to ensure that our government makes sure that we don't repeat the mistakes we have made in gold mining. They will do their work. It's up to us to also do our work as government through policy. The policy, the contract we sign with them, let's make sure we put into the contract what will help our people.
Say oda edwumakuwa from Atlantic Lithium say ene de edwumadi yeto safre won no omo small obi akeke omo small country manager environmental analyst ene na unkika ho na omo anso na ehwe lithium na tu a enti say nkitaudie na ebe koso no omo ni hobia enye yi enti oda omo asepa say omo dia to omo say omo beba ba na so omo ba ye no omo ba ye omo di mpenifo aba na ade ba ko so a esese oda omo ase ne say ohwe bra omo ba ye ani tuma omo ye be omo adu a chesese nyame ya doma afisese na ebia omo bo mo modimpa eno so chese omo wo putaya chese omo be di djuma nkasa ene se de omo aso be di agro ene ti na wunya se eni na be boy mo modin na kitamdie akoyie mawo na akoyie amayi na that's
okay. So you see, when we say the resource scarce, is that you have plenty gold, yet you are hungry for gold. You see, the equation doesn't balance. You have the resource, but you are cursed because you are not benefiting from it. So when we say the resource scarce, it's so known as the paradox of the plenty. You have enough food, yet you are hungry. Does it balance? No, it doesn't. So we are trying to avoid. See, we produce a lot of gold, and new discoveries are being made in Ghana. Yet we are not. Let's go to the next slide. When we export the gold, we go back and buy these things. We go back all those from the people who come to buy our gold. Can't we just do something so we also add value to our gold and produce this? I'm sure we can. Can't we? We can. So we want to see that our lithium is not exported raw. We want to see steps. It might not be in the immediate term, maybe the medium to long term. If there's a policy and plan to do that, we can. So that initially, as we continue to export the raw material, we are also building our own people, their capacity to translate the lithium into batteries, and other youth will come to them.
I say, Yesha, Pepe Brino, your code was so, but if you answer ye yampood, code and then massive your server, and the ama or how Pepe or you watch. Yes, I have a time about day. I quite something one now to Sadi. They are now did. Sadly, or say, you better say a bit time. Sanka lithium here to a hand. You better wait to my it is a check. You go find a new Pumanka. Sadi factory and you see why. Now you are my.
Yes, I heard in the news that some automobile companies are setting up in Ghana through good policy of government. They will need the lithium. I mean, Ghana may not have the money, but through discussions with the companies, the private sector, we can do something. Something can be done, I believe so. This is what we don't want to continue to see. 400 years ago, 100 years ago, we didn't have this in our gold mining communities. We didn't have it. People let loose. People who are supposed to make sure this doesn't happen, they went to sleep. This is how we have destroyed our water.
I say, some for the Diana and Omun Pese, ABC, say, ebere bi etwa mu no anamo a wasa yentu enti ama ene mfoni a yehu wo ye bold tumu ne ba saa anamo na wasa nke tuma ne mai mani nsi no yetu yanka ebia nyese tama yensuo ne ya asase no mu nyina ase eno nti na ne de nyina omatu safo bibiara se emra de medi nkomo.
Our young guys, they need work, and they will get the work wherever the work is. You can blame them. If they are idle, we say they are lazy. They look for work, we say they are destroying the environment. It is because we have not built their capacity. They are victims. We should stop seeing them as perpetrators of crime. We in policy see them as victims of failed policy. If we had invested in their capacity, they will not be doing this. Do you agree with me? Yes. So let's not arrest them. Let's contain them and build their capacity so they do something better. I'm sure some of you would identify this type of roads in your communities. These are roads leading to mining communities. We took pictures and they are come from mining communities. It doesn't show that they produce gold. And I'm sure this is not new to any of us. We live in communities and we see the type of roads that we have. I mean, we deserve better, don't we? Yes, we deserve better, and we can change this narrative. We can change it together. It is a country problem. It is our country problem. Continuity is important. Sometimes people are afraid to speak politics. Politics is what drives development. We can't avoid it. When party A starts something and they leave government, party B must continue. We should not abandon it. We have seen roads that were started in previous governments that were discontinued by succeeding government, and the one that the previous government did deteriorated. We are back to square one. We must continue, and in fact, you people have a key role to play. Or every politician that comes pays courtesy calls on you. When you have a document, this is our blueprint, our plan for the lithium, and there's change of government. There will always be change of government. When the new government comes, you present it to them. Made a comment here. MC himself. Yes, there should be continuity. It shouldn't be a situation where there's change of government. The plan that the people themselves, the community, has expressed their desire and their interest in must change because there's change of government. There shouldn't be.
No, say, say, Akoso. Esan say you kabi mami kabi amamu eti esan ban da ba de etani say aban e so na de oye aban biba oso binye no we jai na ma e bia mpuntu a wode abedu pempenso bi anka awo say ne oba ye ne nto aso onye na manyama na kane aban ye ni nyina ye den ase enti otutu sre na nanom say about what brand so na politicians no eba amanu okuo ni amanu efo no eba mo ha be sere se wo be ka kire wo se yen de ye maye ana ye ni so adi nu ne nia obi ayama ya bedu nie wo ba be to asomaye e ma nananom osere se maye ntenase ma aban bi aba de opea na oye na ne oye nso ne ebia na enkoyie emma oman no enti ototo sasere se nananom mo ne amani okonya amani orfo no bekasa na ebeboama.
This is not a good learning environment, and these are the things that are still happening in Ghana. The next slide. These are pictures captured in our communities in Ghana. And you know, this picture tells me a story of, this is an oil-funded project. A contractor was awarded contract to build a chips compound. And even before he finishes the roofing, cracks. Is it his fault?